Hi, today's video is gonna be basically how to cure your lip infection or lip scarring or whatever you want to call it. The reason why I call it a scar is because that is, I guess, the proper way to call these things. So or you could call it an infection, whatever you feel more comfortable with. I don't know. I just want to share my research that I did, my knowledge. It might be all over the place, so I'm so sorry. But anyways, this is what I did. This is basically what happened to me. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, I noticed a red bump on my where my lip piercing was at, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Basically, that was what I thought. What in the world is that thing? It's so freaking ugly. Great. I'm like, great, man, this sucks. So what did I do? Went on YouTube to see what I could do. I thought it was an infection, so I looked up how to get rid of a lip infection. So I went online. I couldn't really find anyone who had like the same exact thing that I had, so I was kind of like, okay, whatever. So I just did. I just saw some dude. He would brush his teeth every time he ate, and he would use salt and water to clean his mouth, and he would get a Q-tip and place it on the infected area. So that's exactly what I did, and I noticed it was working because I could feel the tingling sensation, and I could feel it, and the pus would come out. So I was like, all right, this is working. I'm like, all right, this is cool. So I did that for like the next 3 days, and then I came to the point where I was like, I don't really feel different. I'm not feeling that tingling sensation anymore. I mean, it did get smaller, but it's not doing anything anymore. So I was kind of like, all right, let me go back online and see what I could do and maybe figure out what the heck it is that I have. So I came across keloid. So I was like, oh my gosh, I think I have a keloid in my mouth. So I don't know how I came across that, but anyways, so that's what I did. I just looked up on YouTube, and it was like, okay, how do you get rid of a keloid? And I came across a piercer and a professional piercer, and he had said to mix lemon juice with aspirin. So that's what I did. I did that, and that worked perfectly fine as well. My bump was starting to get smaller and smaller, and but the only thing about that is that it leaves a white residue in the area that you place it at. Like if you meaning where you place the when you place it in the infected area, that's where you get the white residue, and it's not very pleasant taste either, and I don't know, it was very irritating after a while. So I was kind of like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I need to figure something else out. And that's when I believe I came across a video that said keloid versus a hypertrophic scar, but I can't remember if that's how I came about it or if I just came about it when I was going through Google. But anyways, that doesn't matter. So basically, this girl was saying the differences, or I went online, whatever. The differences between a keloid is that it's an abnormal scar that grows beyond the boundaries of original site of the skin injury. I saw pictures of this, and I was like, whoa, I don't think I have this. These things are humongous. Like, keloids are freaking humongous. They can be as big as an apple. Like, they grow really, really big. That's how I was like, I don't think I have a keloid. This thing is not that big. It was like very tiny. It was a very small bump, and these keloids are gigantic. So I was like thinking, I cannot have a keloid. So when I read the hypertrophic scar and I read the description of it, I was like, that is more like what I have. Basically, hypertrophic scar is a whitened or unsightly scar that does not extend beyond original boundaries of the wound. And not only that, the difference between a keloid and a hypertrophic scar that is very visible between the two is the fact that hypertrophic scars have veins that you can see in the red bubble or red bump that you have. You could visually see these veins. With the keloid, you can't see no veins whatsoever. So that's how I knew I had a hypertrophic scar. When I was getting more in depth with my research, that's how I figured that out. Not only did I figure that out through my research, it was just more the fact that I was reading that if you play a lot with your lip ring or your piercings, usually you can form a scar. that comes along with it if you keep messing with it a lot, and it's called a hypertrophic scar. So that's how I knew, because I was messing with my piercing a lot, and that's how it came about, because I didn't even have that before. Even when I first got my piercings done, I didn't even have that until the day I changed my jewelry and I started messing with it and I kept playing with it. That's when I noticed. I was like, oh man, what the heck is this thing? And that's when I knew. I was like, oh, because I kept messing with it. So if you have a lip pierce, don't fucking mess with it. Like, leave it alone. Unless you want a red bump growing out of your fucking wound, then go right ahead and do it. But it ain't cute, so just don't do it. So basically after that, what I did was, someone was talking about tea tree oil, so I went ahead and went to Walmart and bought tea tree oil. It was about $7, and now I've been doing that. For the first 2 days I did it at night, and now I've been doing it in the morning and at night. It's not the like most pleasant taste in the world, and yes, it does kind of numb your mouth a little bit, but not too much. But that's me. I did it. I'm willing to do it because I want to get rid of this thing, and it's still there. It's a lot more better than it was before. So I have a lot of white dead skin cells in there right now, but it's getting smaller and smaller. It's getting back to its normal state that it was to begin with. So so just use tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is very, very good. Even for infections, it's great. Even if you don't have what I have, you could use tea tree oil around the red infection that you have in your lip piercings or whatever. It really does do the job. I'm not kidding you guys. And you could do even the salt and water. Make sure that the sea salt that you're using does not have iodized the iodized ingredient or whatever in it. Make sure it's just pure sea salt without that ingredient in there. So don't forget, and please make sure your hands are always clean. Make sure you brush your teeth every time you eat, because you do not want to have any type of bacteria getting into your piercing or anything like that. We don't need to have any more bacteria in there. So just make sure to clean everything. Just think clean, clean, clean. That's all you need to think of is clean, and just do it. And so yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm gonna put a picture up so you guys can see. Maybe you guys might have the same thing I have and you're not quite sure, so I'll make sure I'm gonna have a picture somewhere in this video. It might have been already, I might have done it already before this, but we'll see what happens, or I might have it after this video. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry if I feel like I'm scrambling all over or whatever, or if I didn't make any sense. I apologize, but anyways, talk to you guys later. Bye.